With so many people working from home, there's a lot to know to support your health because unfortunately there's so many things working against it here. To begin with, one of the biggest health issues in modern times is known as sitting disease. According to the director of the Mayo Clinic, Dr. Levine, sitting disease is more dangerous than smoking, kills more people than HIV, and is more treacherous than parachuting. But the worst part is exercise doesn't help, and we're going to talk about what does. But it's important to know how often we're doing this because it's constant. We're seated in our cars, at our desks, when we're eating, at restaurants, having coffee, talking with friends, on the phone, and so many more times. Now, the largest study with over 800,000 people found that people who sit the longest have a 112% increase in the risk of diabetes, a 147% increase in cardiovascular events like heart attack and heart disease, and a 49% increase in death from any cause. It's a cause of weight gain, cancer, depression, and so many other things that affect you physically and mentally. Now, there are a number of reasons why, but for one, it affects blood sugar levels and insulin in the body. Researchers found that lipoprotein lipase, or LPL, which is an enzyme that breaks down fat, worked 10 times less in animal studies when they were inactive. And they found that simply standing was a solution. Now, other reasons why this happens is because when our muscles aren't being used, they become unhealthy. Now, many people are wondering why exercise doesn't help, and that's like asking, why doesn't exercise combat the bad effects of smoking? If you're doing something bad for 8 hours for your body, 45 minutes isn't going to counteract that. But the solutions are very simple, and the first is to rotate your working position. The best is the standing desk, one where the posture of your neck and back are straight so you're not crunched over as well. When I do sit, I try to only do that on a Swiss ball, as it allows the muscles in your core and back to fire while you're sitting. I also do this on a desk that is above my chest so that my posture is straight. While working at home, I also try to lay flat on my bed as it's structurally better than sitting with your neck and your back down. And if you are just sitting at your desk, then getting up at least once an hour and doing the exercises in my dynamic stretching video or my sitting disease video can be very helpful, or at least just stretching. Other tips are to walk around your office when you're taking phone calls and set a timer on your smartphone for every 30 minutes to an hour and a half to remind yourself to get up and stretch your body somehow. If you only are able to sit, getting yourself an ergonomic chair can be very helpful, and I'll have one link below that I like. And it's also great to do a rebounder as much as possible, and using a dry brush on your skin to move the lymph is also very helpful. Now, I like to break up my home workouts between 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening, and I have a lot of videos on that for you to see with the bands and stretching. And I have much more about this in my instruction manual for the Human Body Seminar. Another one of the largest health risks of today is to avoid artificial blue light. Now, if you're working on your computer all day and have a headache at the end of the day or your eyes hurt, this is probably why. This is really important for people who are on their computer for more than an hour or watch videos, or if you're a gamer or go on your computer after sunset, because this affects your mood, your weight, your immunity, and even your sleep cycle. And the solutions are very simple. And first is to download a free software called Iris, and I'll have that link below. This lowers the blue light and the flicker rate, and I notice whenever I look at somebody else's computers that my eyes immediately hurt because I have this software and I'm not used to looking at a computer without it. And I just think to myself, this is what they're looking at all day, and no wonder they're getting headaches and their eyes hurt. And the same goes for your phone. In the blog associated with this video, I have instructions on how to do that for most phones, but for an iPhone, it's very simple. You just go to Settings, Display and Brightness, and that'll lower brightness, which you can also do from the bottom up control panel. But more important, to reduce blue light, click on Night Shift, turn it on and set your times. I have mine set from 6 p.m. to 11 a.m. I also have it set to more warm, lowering the blue light further. The other thing that is super important for this is to wear blue light blocking glasses, which is what I'm wearing here. The different colors block out different amounts of the artificial blue light. Clear block out about 50%, the yellow about 70%, and the amber over 90%. But check with the brand you're looking to get. These are a lifesaver, and yes, I use them together with the Iris software, especially at night. And you can get some of these for about $10 and others with a nicer design for about $20, and I'll have links for the ones I like below. And I never wear these outside because the natural blue light is good for you. There are also special light bulbs that don't emit blue light, and you won't notice a difference in the light. And I'll have my favorite linked in the blog for this video because it has no flicker rate as well. And if you're still getting headaches, you can take a look at my blog on 10 things you can do to stop and prevent headaches. But my favorite is to rub peppermint oil on my temples and the back of my neck. Now, it's very good to get out during your day and look at the sky so you get the full spectrum lighting into your eyes and see actual blue light. And this is good to set your circadian rhythm. And this is good for your mood, your sleep, your digestion, and so many other aspects of your health. And I like to do this when I first get up in the morning and at 12 noon. And the next important thing to do for your health in modern times and working at home is to avoid radiation. And that's EMFs, or electromagnetic frequencies or fields, that come from your devices like computers, iPads, or phones. And the first thing to do to avoid this is not putting your computer or your device on your lap. And if you are going to do something like that or put it near your lap, I would use one of these shields because it's very helpful in blocking 3 different types of radiation that come out of our devices. I'll also have many other products that I use linked in the info box below. And I also use an earthing mat whenever I'm working on my computer because this stops the radiation from getting into our body. And you can see my video and blog for more details on how those work and all the benefits. Now, supplements that I take that are helpful for this are astaxanthin, zinc, and glutathione, and I'll have affiliate links for the ones I like in the info box below. And I also have a cell phone case that I love that blocks the EMF radiation. And even with this, I almost exclusively talk on speakerphone because it keeps the phone away from my body and my head. And this is also great if you're keeping your cell phone in your pocket because it blocks the radiation incoming there. And it's as opposed to putting it in your bag, which is where I prefer to keep it. Now, I have no affiliation with any of these companies, and there are many companies like this that send me their products all the time that I turn down because they don't test well in third-party research. So I'll have the ones that I like linked in the info box below. Now, in the next video, we're going to be talking about how to maintain your mental health and the health of your relationship while working at home and have the most efficiency in your work. And there's a lot more tips like this for improving your health in my seminars online and classes linked below that offer a mind, body, and spirit approach to health, as well as ways to lower stress and be the most efficient in your work. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and for more videos on health and wellness related to mind, body, and spirit, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Good luck with this.